Vancouver's Vancouver. I mean, it's the only home that I've known.
So, Vancouver, yeah, what?
The climate. The climate is amazing here.
So it was very nice to feel the friendly atmosphere and the good mood of the people here.
Yeah, Vancouver is a very rainy place, although it's also, I think, of shiny, glassy.
Friendly.
I think Vancouver is very green and very new.
Practical.
So diverse.
In terms of different people, different landscapes.
Optimistic.
Wet.
In the city, it's fun to be like downtown on Robson with all the people and like seeing what's going on.
Capilano Suspension Bridge, which is maybe nice for hiking and just sort of being out in nature. Stanley Park is, of course, a great place because there's a lot to do there around the park.
It's got beaches, it's got good food.
The air is fresh, the water's clean.
We have the dock city, we have the port, we have
Lynn Canyon and Lynn Valley.
We have downtown east side with old-looking buildings. We have
Access to all great fresh food all the time.
Chinatown.
And you can have everything. Transportation in Vancouver is actually really good. For a North American city, you can get around pretty much everywhere relatively quickly. From Surrey, you can get to downtown Vancouver by SkyTrain relatively fast. SkyTrain links you really quickly around the whole city. It's easily accessible for everyone, even with people with disabilities.
The wheelchairs or other than strollers and all that stuff.
In Vancouver there are very nice bicycle trails, and sometimes the bicycle trail is much wider than the street.
The next station is Vancouver City Centre.
But I also like being out in nature and like going and doing like the gross grind or
Take the, go up to the top there, and there you can have an amazing panoramic view of Vancouver. You can be out of the city so quickly here.
go somewhere relaxing and peaceful.
Literally 10 or 15 minutes, you can be in woods and hiking up a mountainside.
And you can have the best of both worlds all the time.
And so Vancouver is interesting in that way that's flexible.
And just you feel like there's no city around you at all.
Vancouver, you can do all sorts of activities. There's skiing and snowboarding up on the mountain.
We can go hiking, we can go swimming.
All really close. I love the beaches. I swim in the beaches here.
Boat trips, or we can explore the city.
you see people out on the bikes and jogging and out with their kids and playing in the park and just really enjoying life. And I think that's what I see here a lot, is people like to get out and do that.
There's everything, any activity you want, it's here.
The Vancouver I knew had lost its innocence. And I look around, I think when I came back 2 years ago, I was imagining being able to hear a lot of English being spoken.
It's a very multicultural city. Everybody from the world is centered here in Vancouver.
The multicultural food here is fantastic.
If you want Mexican or sushi or Chinese or East Indian,
You can always find something here. So that's a really good part of living here.
Because they are very aware of this kind of multi-diverse culture. I think it makes people more comfortable to live in this place.
we're a nation of immigrants.
Accept all cultures, and there are nothing in between of them, and there is nothing against each other. And
So I feel very privileged to live here and learn about other cultures and other people.
Well, it's Hastings and Maine, the whole strip.
When I go through there on the bus, I see the poverty, the drugs.
What makes a city unique is not the good things, but what makes a city unique is some of the bad things. It is definitely a place that can be seen as filled with tragedy and despair, and
There has been similar situation for decades. I think they're overly looked at because they're just living there. They're not armed anymore.
To me, it seems like a smaller problem area than other big American cities.
Like, I've walked there many times, nothing has ever happened to me.
I've walked down there at night and I don't really feel threatened. I think I'd only feel threatened if I had something that they wanted.
it's not the greatest place, but it makes the city different for sure.